If I don't go full-time on YouTube by the end of 2026, I'm going back to a regular job and I'm never appearing publicly again. My reason is simple. It's life. I'm 30, I'm married, and we're looking at starting a family in the near future. And to be honest, I just can't be pouring all my spare time into YouTube if I have a child that I want to support and care for as best as I can. And I'm sure you'd ask the question, why don't I just quit my job right now and pursue it? And I can, but I'd be putting extreme strain on my wife as the sole provider, and I don't really want to put her through that. So instead, at the moment, I'm putting every waking hour past my 9 to 5, trying to make it full time here. And so now more than ever, I need your support. So if you've seen any of my videos and enjoyed them, I would love for you to subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, thank you so much. I'm really trying to build a community on this platform, and I believe I've got the ability to do that. I know you'd ask as well, why do I want to become a full-time YouTuber? And to be honest, since I was 11, I've wanted to make videos, but I never thought it was actually possible. And the older I got, the more I dabbled in making them, but I didn't really think I was very good enough, and I had real self-confidence. And now it's all or nothing. I'm pursuing a dream for this right now, and it feels so far away and impossible, but that's it's kind of the fun of it at the moment. Here's what I'd like to do with my life, and eventually, once I go full-time on YouTube, hopefully the rest will fall in place. My goals are, it's going to sound funny, perform a show in Madison Square Garden. I don't know how, but I want to do that. I want to play an internationally sanctioned sporting match or represent a country at an international level. I want to somehow be involved in WWE Raw, SmackDown, a Royal Rumble, and a WrestleMania. I don't know how this is possible, but it is going to be infinitely difficult to do. I want to race a current or former Formula One driver in a go-kart challenge. I want to perform stand-up comedy, post a special on YouTube here, an hour-long special. I want to make a musical album with all songs that I've made. I want to learn how to fly a plane. I want to act in a feature film. And if Top Gun 3 rolls around, I would love to be a part of that. If there's a role that comes up as the toilet paper in Rooster's bathroom, I would love to do that. I want to write a book about the stuff I learned in life. I want to create the world's largest pub crawl. I want to drive a tram. I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's something that I wanted to do. I want to try out for the Olympics. I want to get in the ring with a UFC fighter, but no punching because that would hurt. Submissions only. I want to be on Thank God You're Here or Whose Line Is It Anyway? I just think that would be really fun. I want to race a race. No, I want to face a player in a three-point challenge to see a basketball player in a three-point challenge. And I also want to race against the MotoGP rider on a motorbike. There's probably heaps more, but these are the ones I can just think off the top of my head right now. I've got a whole shit ton of things I want to do before I die, and YouTube is the first domino for me to do these things. And I'm not doing it just for myself to achieve my dreams, but to tell you, like, I'm already dying anyway, but not in the literal sense. Like a lot of us, we're dying slowly. You know, we're chained to a desk, watching TV all night, looking at the stars and thinking, I could have been that. And I don't want to be chained to my desk anymore. I want to prove to myself that achieving my dreams is possible. And it starts here. I know it sounds so cheesy, but either way, thanks heaps for watching. Subscribe to follow the journey. It's going to be weird. It's going to take time to work out, but hopefully by the end of next year, I'm praying that I've got this. Wish me luck. Again, if you've subscribed, if you're one of the 152 as of Friday, August 22nd, thank you so much for following the journey. And I really appreciate it if we keep this community going. I feel like we're starting is very hyperbolic, but we're starting to get a little bit of a sense of community here. And I know people are starting to catch on to the things that I'm posting. And please, I want this to be very involved. So if you're a subscriber of mine, or if you've just watched some of my videos, I would love some suggestions as to the type of things you'd like to see me do or write or post about. I guess when I started making these videos in May, I started doing things like movie reviews, and they're great and I love doing them, but that's not all I wanted to do. And not the problem with YouTube, but YouTube rewards people for niching down and picking one specific topic. And I'm not like that. Maybe it's ADHD on me, I don't know, but I like a bunch of different things, and I I like talking about a bunch of different things. Like, I'm a big fan of wrestling. I'm a big fan of motorsport. I'm a big fan of football. I'm a big fan of movies. I'm a big fan of books. Like, there's a whole, here's a word, plethora of things that I really love doing. Stand-up comedy, it's another thing I really like. Video games, like, and I don't want to niche down, and this might hamper my growth, considering I'm kind of doing everything all at once, and that's not a great thing for YouTube's algorithm to understand my audience. But with enough fortitude, with the consistency, I'm sure I've got something here. I know I've got something here. It's hard to describe, but again, thank you. If you've made it this far. I'm looking at my analytics; they're not really great towards the end. So if you're I think 23% of people who are watching until here, legend, thank you. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I'd love to start a community, and I would love to see how far I can take this. My life has been a lot of trying new things and failing a lot of new things to see if I enjoy these things. I've said it in videos previously that I've tried a bunch of stuff, stand-up comedy. I've tried to make it professionally in soccer, failed hopelessly at both of them. I tried improv for a night. That was terrible. I MC weddings, do public speaking quite a bit. There's a whole bunch of things that I have tried. And in my life, even at 30, I feel like I'm young enough to be able to try a bunch of different things. I hate the idea of picking one thing and being that for the rest of your life. I just don't see how life can have real meaning, purpose, or fun with that. I see a lot of people, that have those desk jobs, and they're 9-to-5 warriors, and they look forward to a Friday every Friday. And I never wanted to be that. I wanted to be someone who tried different things. I still believe in the kid that I was when I was 7, who thought that he could be a WWE champion whilst being a World Cup soccer player, whilst being a stand-up comedian. I don't see how that's yeah, look, that's probably very improbable, but I don't see how I can't achieve at least one or two of those things. And YouTube, for me, is the platform to do it. Probably is worth me explaining the reason why I've stopped stand-up comedy to focus on this. And the simple fact is, I looked at how my future was going to go, and I looked at who I wanted to be. And if I was to make it as a stand-up comedian in the place where I'm from, which is Adelaide, there's not a whole lot of prospects that come with being a stand-up comedian in Australia, let alone the city I'm from. I mean, you look at James McCann, who's just recently been on the Joe Rogan Experience, prime example of someone who's really made it, but he's someone who's had to branch out and move to America to be able to make that possible. And I'm be honest, I'm a little bit of a homebody, and I love the idea of becoming a full-time stand-up comedian, but I hated the idea of having to constantly tour and be on the road to earn a living. And that's why YouTube is great for that. Like, it allows me to choose my own topics, my own subjects, my own community. And yeah, it's something I've always wanted to do. Like I said, I've been watching YouTube videos since I was 11 years old, when, the What Is Love and the Zidane Materazzi headbutt compilations were the biggest thing on YouTube. I watched a lot of Ray William Johnson growing up as a kid, and I've always wanted to do something along those lines. And funnily enough for me, I've been able to live that at the moment. I'm not doing it full time. I haven't made a single dime off of YouTube yet, but I'm really happy with the progress I've made. I know the videos that I'm making aren't the best yet, if that makes sense. I know I can be making improvements, but at the moment I'm just kind of purely going for consistency, making sure I have a decent level of videos coming out every week. Hopefully I can get to a point where I have consistency whilst also maintaining a high level of quality. And that comes with community, that comes with time, that comes with YouTube finding my roots and finding out the audience that's suitable for it. But again, you guys are great. Thank you so much to all 152 of you. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been awesome so far. It's been a lot of work, I won't lie. I'm thinking about every minute that I'm either at work or at home, I'm always thinking about my analytics and my YouTube videos and ideas. And oh man, I should be filming at this time, or I should be editing at this time. So it's been one of those things where it's completely stuck in my head, and I've got this obsession over it, good or bad or indifferent. But I'm really hoping that this comes to fruition, and I'm hoping it comes to my full-time job. And again, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know it's possible. I know people that have done it. So that's going to be fun. What else? I am probably going to be posting a little bit less over the next month, just over the next month. My wife and I are going on holiday, so give me a few weeks to recover and recharge. I'm hoping I can get something out before then, or in the interim, but there is going to be a gap with a couple of weeks of my posting and stuff. So yeah, I won't be going anywhere, just so you know that. In terms of YouTube, I'll be going away somewhere. But yeah, I won't be going, I won't be disappearing, but I want to keep hamping up the quality of these videos. Again, please ask me for subject topic ideas, and I'd love to talk about them. I'm having a lot of fun in this. And again, thank you. I really appreciate it. And let's get to 1 million by next week. That's my cover photo, and that's why I say it all the time. So sub to the channel. I would love that. See ya.